Hello there! The following video promises delight and inspiration, so don't forget, like or subscribe, and also watch. Thanks! Bye-bye! Hello there! My name is Billy Juliana, and I'm 49 years old, and I have a 40-year history of dealing with anorexia nervosa. And currently, I'm following the recovery methods propounded by Tabitha Farrar, Kayla Rose Katecki, and Elisa Orris. And I'm going to remove my glasses, as is customary for my videos, and I'm also going to remind you that I am outside. That usually means that I have all the sound effects available in my audio circumference, so just enjoy. But let me just jump to the topic. I wanted to revisit Identity Crisis. Identity Crisis 101 was the name of a video I made early in my YouTube channel, and I want to revisit that because I realize that this is a major problem for people getting stuck in the midst of recovery. So what happens is you're going along, you start eating, and you're going along your path, and you're doing okay, and then you reach a point where you're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't recognize myself. And the path ahead, it's unknown. I have no idea where I'm going. And I hear these anorexic voices behind me, and they're all screaming things at me like, come back. You were better off with me. You were more organized with me. I gave you all these benefits like safety and attention. Come back. And then you find yourself maybe listening to those voices because what's ahead is so unknown and nothing's really talking to you from the future. So you look to your past, or at least you listen to it, and you stay stuck in this wilderness, in this place that is calling you backwards towards anorexia. And so you might be eating still, but not as much as you should be because your body's asking for more. And then your rules and your regulations and all the regimentation that you had in your life prior to starting this journey start revving up again. And this is the precursor to sliding backwards. So I just want to warn you that there will be a time when you are wandering in the wilderness. That's what I'm doing. But I'm also spotting the whole thought patterns, the circuitry in my brain that is anorexically wired, that is calling me back, and I'm spotting it, and I'm able to say, no, I don't need you. I need to continue on this path that is, yes, through the wilderness. And yes, I don't know even what to think about other than food because that's where my mind is sitting right now. And I do hear these calls backwards, but I'm going to continue forwards. Thank you very much. So that's basically my message, is to stay on your path, keep eating. Yes, it will feel confusing. And yes, it does feel like a big blank just lies ahead, and that blank may be threatening. But just keep going. What lies ahead is much better than where you've been. Okay, you're probably wondering, what is this song contest? Well, it's something I just made up. A couple of videos ago, I was eating on camera, and I didn't really want to talk about anorexia recovery stuff anymore, so I just started talking about songs, and I actually made up a contest out of whole cloth on the spur of the moment. And now it's become kind of a fun diversion, so I'm offering it to you to get your input to see what you think of the contest and what songs you might add to the list. So what basically the contest consists of is I make up a category, and songs that fit into that category I rank. And a first place finishing song gets 10 points, and I award those points to the country of origin of that song. So if there is a second place finish in that category, then that country of origin gets 5 points. And there are a lot of second place finishers, by the way. Also, if there is a song that nearly makes it to #1, but it just doesn't quite get there, but it's not quite in second place either, it's between, then I give it 7 points. So this hasn't happened often. This has only been 2 contests so far, but we do have some points. I'm going to put them around the screen somewhere if I can figure it out. And let me just get to my snack that I'm going to eat, because by the time I start to film this contest, I'm hungry and I want to eat something. So let me get to it. All right. See you in a second. Bye. All right, so here's the basic setup. I have my snack in front of me, and I'm gonna go through the song contest. And I wanna repeat, this is just a snack. So it's only an iota of what I eat during the day, okay? This is just not representative of anything except that I want to eat in this here and now. But I do wanna show you the beautiful donut or cronut that I am about to get into. This is a Five Daughters of Nashville pumpkin cronut, and inside is infused pumpkin cheesecake. So anyway, now my last two song categories were Na-Na and La La songs and rain songs. And I realized that I did not cover half the rain songs out there. I didn't cover a quarter of them. There are thousands of rain songs out there. So if you have more rain songs to add to the old contest, I will award points accordingly. But the new contest category is, because we may be feeling like we're wandering in the wilderness at this point and going through a little bit of an identity crisis, I decided this contest would be songs whose titles are questions. So start thinking. What songs can you think of whose titles are questions? So I'm gonna go through my list. Now, I gave this a lot of thought, and I pull songs off the top of my head. I don't start Googling songs whose titles start with questions. No, I don't do that. This is all off the top of my head. That's why there are a lot of songs missing, because I don't know a lot of music that you might know. So that said, I came up with a bunch for this category, so let's just get started. I also want to just mention really briefly before we get started, since I'm not getting started here. Norway has 1 billion points already. And why is that? Because I just arbitrarily gave Norway 1 billion points for being the home of Take On Me by a-ha. That is the quintessential pop song. Is it the best song ever? No, but it's just the quintessential pop song. It's probably the best pop song ever, and I just love it. So Norway gets 1 billion points, hands down, okay? So all these other countries in the contest that have English language songs, we have a lot of catching up to do. So let's get to it. Okay, so first of all, I want to clarify something, and that is that in my rain song category, I did leave out a couple of Irish songs, Republic of Ireland songs, that need to go into the contest. So I'm going to award 10 points to Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, for these two songs, and that is U2's One Tree Hill. That features a lot of beautiful rain imagery. So 5 points to the Republic of Ireland. I keep saying the Republic of Ireland because I need to distinguish that between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. So the Republic of Ireland, or Ireland, gets 5 points for One Tree Hill, and then it also gets 5 points for the song Rain by The Script. So Ireland, you are finally in the contest with your 10 points. Okay, let's get on to the query songs, and let's get into the snack. Okay. I have left out Canada, and I feel terrible. I'm so sorry, Canada. So I'm going to start with you. You get a total of 25 points for the following 5 songs. That's the pumpkin cheesecake in there. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyway, back in the late 60s, Canada, you might remember, you had a folk group called the Poppy Family with a #1 hit called Which Way You Going, Billy? 5 points for that. You also have, by Bryan Adams, 2 songs, And if you're over Bryan Adams, I'm so sorry, because I'm not. I am a Bryan Adams fan. I will admit it. I like Bryan Adams. So, too bad, but he has 2 songs that start with questions. So, whose titles are questions, I mean. So, let's get to it. Do I have to say the words? You're wondering if I have to say the word. Have you ever really loved a woman? Bryan Adams, bringing it home from the Canadian team with 10 points. Good for you. All right, you know Justin Bieber is going to have some questions. I have some questions about Justin Bieber. But anyway, what do you mean? That's it. That's the song. What do you mean by Justin Bieber? Last we have Drake. Nice for what? I like the title better than the song. Anyway, great job, Canada, jumping into this race with a full 25 points. Awesome. Okay, Australia. I have to apologize to Australia. Really sorry, guys. I can't think of any Australian artists that have song titles that start with questions. And these guys are really doing their jobs. No pun intended. Men at Work. And their classic, Who Can It Be Now? There you go, 5 points, Australia. And also, Who Am I? By Vance Joy. So Australia, you get 10 points for your 2 query songs. All right, let's move on to England. This is going to take a while. Gotta wet my whistle. Okay. First thing I thought of when I thought of English question songs was Would I Lie to You by the Eurythmics. And then I thought, Why Should I Cry For You by Sting. Indeed. And then, oh yes, from the 80s, What Is Love by Howard Jones. Raise your donut if you are a Howard Jones fan. And then, I was like, holy damn. That reminds me of another song from the 80s, and that is Wouldn't It Be Good by Nick Kershaw. If you've never seen the video to that, go check it out. It is available on YouTube. It is a little dated looking because it has the 80s style to it, but it still holds strong today. It's a really cool video. Wouldn't It Be Good by Nick Kershaw. Okay. Next, when I was a teenager, I was a Duran Duran head. Totally a Duran Duran groupie. My main love was Sting. I had a huge crush on Sting, and I still do. But I did like Duran Duran. And they asked, is there something I should know? 5 points. Okay. And then, back in the 80s also, the Culture Club was over there going, do you really want to hurt me? So they got included on the list. And then Joe Jackson was going, is she really going out with him? Classic 80s song, classic song, period. Good job, Joe Jackson. And then just the epitome of great query songs is written by Nick Lowe, performed by Elvis Costello. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? It's a classic song, and I want to give the songwriter credit for that because it was Nick Lowe, who is a bona fide artist in his own right, Elvis Costello made it popular. It has been re-recorded many, many times by many respected artists. Great song. And I want to give England 5 points or more for that song. Okay, so Northern Ireland, back to you. I have Van Morrison again, and that is Have I Told You Lately? Have I Told You Lately That I Love You is the main part of that song, that title. Okay, now we're going a little bit far away on the map. Well, we've already been to Australia, so I guess it's pretty global by now. So, okay. Germany and Trinidad. You're combined on this one, but you both are going to get 5 points, okay? In the early 90s, that famous disco dance song, What Is Love, by Hadaway, that got Germany and Trinidad 5 points apiece. Good job, Hadaway. Thank you for that. Okay. And now I come to what I'm now calling Sneaky Scotland. Let me articulate that again. What I'm now calling Sneaky Scotland. Why? Because, well, you know how the Scottish people have a reputation for being kind of thrifty? Well, it seems to be coming true in this song contest because they're packing all their points into 1 or 2 songs. It's incredible. So they won the rain contest with Why Does It Always Rain on Me by Travis. And guess what? That's a question. So they get points for the same song. So Scotland, you sneaks, 5 points for you for Travis's Why Does It Always Rain on Me. And then you also get another 5 points for What If This Is All the Love You'll Ever Get by Snow Patrol. Okay, so Sneaky Scotland, you get 10 points total. Okay. This is going to be messy. I'm really sorry about that. I may have to remove this bottom layer in here. Okay. Okay, moving across the globe, we have ABBA, and thanks for entering this contest, Sweden. But their song is Does Your Mother Know? Sweden gets 5 points. Okay, and now we have Jamaica. Bob Marley and the Wailers with Could You Be Loved? Thank you. I appreciate that. Jamaica, you get 5 points. Thank you very much for Bob Marley and the Wailers. Okay. You might want to take a rest stop right now because we're getting to the United States. And let me tell you, I think we're going to pretty much clean up in this category because we are one confused country. We have a lot of question songs. So let me get to them. All right, I'm going to try it to go in chronological order of the songs when they were recorded. Okay, first is Who Do You Love by Bo Diddley. Also re-recorded later and made a hit by George Thorogood. Then in 1960, the Shirelles had a #1 hit with Will You Love Me Tomorrow. That song was co-written by Carole King, but it was the first song to reach #1 on the Billboard chart in the United States by a female African American. So that was a historic song. It's also a classic. So next is Do You Love Me Now That I Can Dance by the Contours. Okay. Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix. We can't forget that song. Okay. The Delphonics, who won the La La contest that I did earlier, they're back on this contest. I'm so glad. They have Didn't I Blow Your Mind this time. So thank you, Delphonics. And then let's come to Creedence Clearwater Revival. Okay, in 1970, they came out with a song called Who'll Stop the Rain? And then they went into the studio and rearranged it and came back out with a song called Have You Ever Seen the Rain? So thank you, CCR. You gave the United States 2 entries into this contest, which means 10 points total. So we appreciate your contribution, and also the fact that they are rain songs. I'm not going to go back and award them points for being rain songs. I just flat out forgot them when I was doing my rain contest. But too late to enter into the contest at this point as a double for being questioned in rain songs. Scotland's got you beat on that one. Okay. In 1972, Chris Christopherson came out with a song called Why Me? Then, in 1975, Diana Ross came out with Do You Know Where You're Going To? Which is also known as the theme from Mahogany, a movie. So, thank you for those 2 entries, Chris Christopherson and Diana Ross. Next is Who's Zoomin' Who by Aretha Franklin. That came out in the early 80s. Also from the early 80s. I'm sorry, I'm drowning in pumpkin cheesecake. Madonna had Who's That Girl? Then we got into the late 80s, and Whitney Houston hit us with 2 question songs that were top 10 hits. One was How Will I Know? And the other was Didn't We Almost Have It All? Such great music. All of this is just, to me, is just great music. Okay. Then let's go to the early 90s. And this is one of the most unique question titles that I think is in the contest. And for its uniqueness, it almost gets number 1. It might get 7 points because it's just so unique. And I love this band. What's the Frequency, Kenneth? By REM. Oh, like, have you heard that song? Go check it out. The video is just crazy Michael Stipe dancing around. And I don't mean to say that Michael Stipe is crazy, but his dancing is. And it's just a great song. It's a really Thank you for seconding my opinion of REM. Enjoy your flight. But I do just want to say that the lyrics are very complicated, but they're very intelligent, and the song is just super hooky. It has just a real good hook to it, and it just sticks in your head, but it's in a good way. So, can I shut up about this? Yes. Okay. Next is Can You Read My Mind by The Killers. Who doesn't like The Killers? Okay, are people in England really over The Killers? I'm sorry if you're over The Killers. You're more popular, The Killers are more popular in England than they are in the United States. I don't know why that is, because The Killers kill it. They are so great. And Can You Read My Mind is one of their standards. It is such a great song. I'm so glad it's a question because we can get the Killers on a list. So thank you to the Killers. Also from the United States is What Can I Say by Brandi Carlile. And if you don't know who Brandi Carlile is, check her out. Just go check her out. She is really getting a lot of traction across the world. She's been around for a number of years now, but her popularity is peaking right now. And she's kind of an Americana rock artist and just fantastic, unique voice. So her What Can I Say helps the United States up to its total for the query songs of 80 points. That's a lot of points. That's because we're a confused country and we ask a lot of questions. So, where does that leave us? Okay. I'm going to try to put the totals on the screen so that you'll have a visual. So, what song won this contest, this particular category of query songs? What song won? I had to give it to England, to Nick Lowe and Elvis Costello. What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding. So that's what gave England the extra 5 points that put them up to 70 points total in the contest. So I am having so much fun doing this. I know it's all awkward and funky looking as I eat and try to talk, and I totally goof up stuff, but that's just part of life. And also, I'm building an identity just by doing this. And I hope that you get involved and you start thinking about your favorite question songs. There are many more out there that I have missed. So put them in the comments and we'll build identities together. So with that, I'm just going to say, take care, peace, bye.